Frank Kingston Smith.
I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If that mic starts aiming at my belly button, I'm in trouble. I want to take a picture. I want to take a picture of everybody, put me in it too, so my wife knows really where I am, because I don't think she believes me. Here, want to just at least wave and try to be happy. Everybody, all together now. Hey! Hey! I'll take another one here. That was good. That was close. Thank you very much. Good grief. Well, I moved. I moved completely out of the area. I always worked in the Northeast, and I just flew in from Phoenix. Thank you, Bob. Right on cue. You're right on cue. And my arms are really tired. Now, I have not changed that much. Bob's getting a whine. I haven't changed that much. I turned a little gray, and I have a belt buckle that's the size of a hubcap. I have a rifle rack in the back window of my Mercedes, and I have taken to, when temperature gets up to 110, I have taken to saying, it's getting a little warm. Well, it's 104 in Phoenix today, so I'm getting ready for the big time. I had to tell you that at my time at WICE was early in my career, and I took an interest in radio when I was a little kid. I used to ride my bicycle to a radio station, to a record store in Ocean City, New Jersey, and watch a disc jockey do a 2-hour remote with the records and everything, and I always thought that was so cool. And I continued to think it was cool. I went to Penn State. I started in 1961, and listening to the radio at Penn State, I heard this guy on the radio at night. His name was Bob Zamboni. And I said, do you know him? And I said, I think I'd like to go meet this guy. So I weaseled my way into the radio station, not being a radio person, and met the guy who became Bob DiCarlo. And he was there. He graduated at the end of his classes ended in 1962. And I weaseled my way into the radio station for a job in 1964. Yes, I was playing gavottes, waltzes, and minuets on our FM station. To say I was bored would be an understatement. But I did get to do a little bit between Pirates double headers, got to play music on the AM side. And when I got my degree in 1965, I got his journalism degree and a history minor, and I said, I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to find an advertising agency. And I wound up working at what was Ogilvy, Benson, and Mather. And I was there until the blackout in 1965, the blackout in November, I think. And I said, I really didn't enjoy that. I wanted to go back into radio. So I went back to State College, Pennsylvania, and I was doing radio on WMAJ, which is where I'd heard Bob Zamboni, and I was also selling cars. I was selling Volkswagens for a dealer there, and I was working camera for some of the televised classes. And I said, I really like this, but I'm going to just kind of stick with radio. And I got a full-time job. I got the same show that Bob had when I first heard him in 1961. And it bloomed after that. For some crazy luck, I wound up working in Philadelphia at a station that became one of the biggest rock and roll radio stations in the country. And there were 5 other guys, and I'm the only one who's still alive. That gives you an idea how long ago this was. So I came here to Providence mainly to work with Bob. I needed somebody to help mentor me and sort of steer me, and he did a great job. It was very enjoyable. And I got to admit that I think about that thing that I did on that last radio station I was on. I said all the stations I'd worked at, and it all had to come to an end in 1993. I just said I was getting tired and radio was changing and I didn't enjoy it anymore. You say all good things come to an end. Hell, the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus is coming to an end this weekend. This is it. So, you know, it's a damn shame, but I got to say, I had a great time here. I enjoyed it. I loved the people. I got engaged to a girl, and then suddenly she didn't want to be engaged, so I got a ring back. I took the ring back to the jeweler and got my money back. And then I bought flying lessons. So I've owned 6 airplanes and got maybe 3,000 hours, but I had a great time. This is beautiful. I can't thank you. I am flattered and somewhat embarrassed because a lot of folks here have a lot more time in radio here than I did. But thank you all very, very much. Okay, yeah.